One of the few things that many people don't think about in the higher levels are minions. But in the lower levels, they can be pretty useful. However, to what extent? That is why I'm here to answer the question, can you beat Wizard City with only minions in Wizard101? So before I begin, let me clarify the use of minions. Only minions can do damage. The player can only support or heal their minion. And most importantly, every battle needs to involve minions. So, now that we have the premise of the challenge out of the way, the first thing I did was create my character, which obviously has to be Myth because no other school actually gets minions at a low level. Not that it really matters since you don't get minions straight off the bat. After creating my character and giving him a name, I loaded it up in Wizard City. Now the first problem we faced is that I didn't have any viable way to get minions at all, and I also didn't have any treasure cards. So I did the only thing I could do. Go into people's houses in housing tours and steal. In a few days, I was able to get enough items to sell to the pawn shop in Old Town. Alec didn't mind the stolen merchandise because he was gonna sell it at 3 times the price anyway. I was able to pick up some Cyclops trolls and Golem minion treasure cards. Also some animate treasure cards because nobody likes animate for some reason. I mean seriously, there were tons of these. After picking up my minions, I headed to Unicorn Way. There, Serena tasked me to defeat some lost souls. But what she didn't know is that I had minions to do it for me. The lost soul minion proved to be a very useful one as they kept spamming rank 1 spells. For the fairies of Unicorn Way, I knew I needed something tough, so I summoned the toughest creature that I knew. Obviously, it had to be the muscular boys from Cyclops Lane. While they have brawn, they also have brains. The fairies in Unicorn Way couldn't comprehend the idea of a trap. All the creatures in Unicorn Way were no match for me and the muscular boys. But there was only one minion that was extremely stubborn, the Minotaur. He showed his massive 5000 IQ and galaxy brain, along with his battle prowess, to taunt Rattlebones. The battle had lasted a good 20 rounds. Or was it 30? I wasn't exactly sure, but what I was sure of, the skeleton was getting his bones rattled. After getting the title of Bone Quaker, I went back to Merle Ambrose. He said in order to get the Myth Golem spell, I would need to visit all the school professors. After Cyrus looked at me provocatively, I went back to Ambrose, and finally got my first permanent minion spell. That didn't mean that the ongoing battles were gonna be any easier. To gain entry into the 3 streets in Old Town, I needed to defeat the crazy old lady again. But this time, my golem minion would be doing the heavy lifting, even though the minion only weighed about 10 pounds. Remember, light can be might. After teaching the crazy old lady a lesson, I went to Cyclops Lane in order to learn the ways of Myth. Norman taught me the concept of patience, the idea of doing nothing while your minion does everything. By following Norman's concept, I was able to finish all his quests. At this point, I paid a visit to Uncle Cyrus, my future Myth professor and minion instructor. Like always, he wanted me to collect his quote-unquote dirty laundry from Mr. Longwood. After doing the dark deed, I went back to Cyclops Lane. Wizard City was truly a corrupt place, involving frail old men and child kidnappers. Luckily, in my sights, I was able to stop one of them. I was too lazy to buy Myth converts, and too poor to afford any good minions. So I did what anybody would do, which was rush into battle. The Golem minion proved to be very resourceful, as it kept using rank 1 spells to hit the enemy over and over again. However, it was not enough as the Cyclopses always targeted me, for I knew I would end up in one of those dungeons pretty soon. Hit after hit, I was finally brought down to my knees. I decided to try again, for I knew luck was on my side. That and the minion decided to go for some other spells besides Myth. My Golem minion was able to defeat the kidnapper, and freed all the kids for them to run home to their parents. It doesn't exactly help since I'll know they're gonna get kidnapped again. But hey, the important thing is I did a good deed. After getting rid of the kidnapper from Cyclops Lane, I went to Firecat Alley. My golem minion made short work of the fire elves. By this time, I was level 7, and Uncle Cyrus told me I was able to learn a new minion spell. However, in order to get the spell, I would need to gather some things for his private collection. Many people in Wizard City told me that Cyrus was going crazy. I knew Cyrus was bald, that he has his eye on new wizards, a dirty mind, but never crazy. But Lady Oreo confirmed everything that I have said so far. So I went back to Cyrus and told him the truth. He told me to see a mythical being in Unicorn Way. There I met a skinny horse with a horn. It told me Taco Tuesday was tomorrow. Cyrus was so shocked that he forgot what I said to him, and he gave me his spell. Now I had the permanent ability to summon any muscular boy I want, at any time. My next task was going into the insane asylum. I didn't even know Firecat Alley had one, but apparently they do. In solitary confinement, I was told to restrain a crazy old lady. But I couldn't do it alone. I knew I needed the help of one of my muscular boys. But the crazy old lady proved to be too powerful than she looked, and overwhelmed us. Luckily, another muscular boy came to my aid, and took her down. I was also able to take down Alacane Arrow in the knee. This was a case where light was not might. The final area left was Triton Avenue. Apparently, Susie's dumb brother got lost again. In the same place, no less. The defeat and collect quests were quite numbingly frustrating. Each rotting father and haunted minion could not just hand me the items I want, but instead waste my time. In the end, I was able to finish every one of Susie's tasks. I was finally able to confront the Harvest Lord, but I was ready. I summoned half-naked Fat Thor. With his almighty hammer, he knocked the Harvest Lord's head clean off. With Susie's mentally impaired brother saved, the second to last thing I needed to do was get the library archive key from Froggys. With the help of me and the boys, we prevented Halloween from happening early, unlike Christmas in July. The last thing I needed to do was go into the tower in Haunted Cave. The old man with severe injuries fought long and hard. He was able to take down one of my boys, but I was able to quickly summon another one. The final blow knocked the severely injured old man into a comatose state, where he later died from his previous injuries. I returned to Ambrose with the news. He couldn't be more delighted because I got rid of the competition for new headmaster in Wizard City. So with that, can you beat Wizard City with only minions? Yes, you can. So what did we learn in all this? Have friends help you quest. That's gonna do it for this video. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, but I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and peace out.